Okay. Good morning, students. Good morning, all. Let us see our remaining content from our syllabus. We are now in unit number 6. We have covered special township, then Maharera from the unit number 5. And based on this, or earlier to that, we have covered smart city and Amrut guidelines also. So I will provide you the questions based on these experiments also so that we can complete our whole submission part on this line. I have provided assignment or experiment related to development plan, neighborhood planning, architects, planners, then new towns. Then I will post questions based on experiment number 5, urban renewal schemes, smart city Amrut guidelines, special townships, and Maharera. So this will cover your whole syllabus. I have posted lab manual also on the Google Classroom. You can refer it. So these 8 experiments are required to be uploaded in a on a Google Classroom. As a submission, I will provide you one a single link. In that, you have to upload your whole submission as a single PDF file and writing your name and roll number on each page. So that is mandatory. You have to upload your whole submission before this month end. Today is now 18 October. You have to upload your whole submission before next Saturday, we can say that is 13th of October for your evaluation. So before Diwali, you have to complete your submission part and upload your complete submission. So I think I have uploaded first 4 experiments. Experiment number 4, experiment number 3, experiment number 2. Okay. Now I will upload experiment number 5, 6, 7, 8. Study and surround features of urban renewal scheme. We have seen this assignment or experiment. We have seen camp for redevelopment and district court building for conservation. And even we have seen central building also. Central building, this will be camp. And two more other earlier or old schemes, UIDS SMT, JNN Varyam. Okay, so this is your experiment number 5. Then I will upload experiment number 6. If you have any doubt in any assignment, let me know. You can refer Smart City Guideline website also. You can have internship opportunities also. So government is providing funds to upgrade infrastructure facilities in some of the cities or in phase wise we can say. So they have selected some of the cities at this moment and they have started upgrading the infrastructure facilities from these cities. Okay, you can refer this PDF file. How many smart cities in each state, union territories, the process and selection of smart cities. So this will include all the process. Similarly, Amrut guidelines. Okay, these two PDF files you can refer. Also, you can use their websites also. Okay, this is experiment number 6. This is very informative PDFs. Already we have discussed uh, on all these aspects. You can go through these guidelines. Uh, it is self-explanatory also. With rise in urbanization or development trend, you can say the issues of urbanizations are so many. Even in our Saturday's one lecture for the gate examination also, I have discussed issue of solid waste management. Similarly, water supply, sewage treatment, transportation, there are so many issues of urbanization. And to control all these issues, the government has come up with these schemes, that is Smart City Mission, Atal Mission, or we can say scheme, and they are upgrading infrastructure facilities. So under that, you can see cities are engines of growth for the economy of every nation, including India. Nearly 31% of India's current population lives in urban areas and contributes 63% of India's GDP. This is actually as per census of 2011. So with increasing urbanization, urban areas are expected to house 40% of the India's population, and at present it must be about 40% and contribute about 75% of the India's GDP in 2030. This requires comprehensive development of physical, institutional, social, economic infrastructure. All are the important in the improving the quality of life and attracting people and investment to the city, setting in motion a virtuous cycle of growth and development. Development of smart cities is a step in that direction. So only urbanization is not going to help. Cities should be smart with respect to these infrastructural facilities, and then only cities will be act as growth engine. So if we go ahead, you will find many issues related to water supply, electricity supply, sanitation, solid waste management, urban mobility, transport, affordable housing, robust IT connectivity and digitalization, e-governance, facilities for the people in online mode, and even participation of citizens, cooperation of the citizens, sustainable environment, safety, security, health and education. You see, smaller children always like to play, or children's like a lot to play, and cities should provide good infrastructure for their dissipation of energy. We can say they should get ample opportunities to play most of the times or in their free time. जे लहान मुलांना खेळायला खूप आवडतं, तुमच्या लक्षात आलं असेल, घसरगुंडी असेल, झोका असेल किंवा काही छोटे छोटे त्यांचे खेळ असतील, दे शुड हॅव इनफ इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर in their vicinity, in their neighborhood, in the city level, playgrounds, gardens. So all these facilities play important role in the development of the children. So you can see under these many schemes, retrofitting, redevelopment, greenfield, pan city, government is trying to increase the infrastructural facilities by providing sufficient funds. You can go through these PDFs. So government is setting a target of selecting some of the cities in the first phase, in the second phase, as per the availability of funds. The process of selection of smart cities. Financing of smart cities. Funds release. Mission monitoring. Okay, you can continue with this PDF. Similarly, Amrut guidelines. What is difference between smart city mission and Amrut guidelines? You can see with this introductory part. Atal mission for rejuvenation and urban transformation. Rejuvenation म्हणजे काय? पुनर्निर्माण, like renewal. River rejuvenation तुम्ही ऐकलं असेल. And this is short form of this Atal mission for rejuvenation and urban transformation, that is Amrut. This is some kind of replacement of earlier scheme, that is Jain and URM. So providing basic services, water supply, sewerage, urban transport to households and build amenities in cities which will improve the quality of life for all, especially poor and disadvantaged, is a national priority. So in general, smart city is upgrading the all type of infrastructural facilities in some of the selected cities. But Atal will be providing funds for particularly some of the basic services. So an estimate of funds required over 20 years period, 2009 to 10 prices was made by the high powered expert committee during 2011. The committee estimated that 29.2 lakh crore was required for creation of urban infrastructure, including 17.3 lakh crore for urban roads and 8 lakh crore for services such as water supply, sewerage, solid waste management, and stormwater drains. So with this, you can also identify that there is tremendous scope for civil engineers in days ahead or years ahead with respect to providing consultancy or execution of such larger projects. You can grab these opportunities. The estimate or the project cost of all these projects is huge, in thousands of crores, and you can earn a lot from these infrastructure development projects in our days ahead or years ahead. So requirement for operation and maintenance is also important. That is 19.9 lakh crores. So learning from earlier mission have shown that infrastructure creation should have a direct impact on real needs of people, such as providing taps and toilet connections to all the households. This means that the focus should be on infrastructure creation that has direct link to provision of better services to people, and this was explicitly stated by the President of India in the speeches to the joint sessions of the Parliament on 9th June 14 and 23rd February 2015. So the purpose of Atal Mission, that is Amrut, is to ensure that every household has access to tap with assured supply of water and sewage connection. Increase the amenity value of cities by developing greenery and well-maintained open spaces, parks. Reduce pollution by switching to public transport and constructing facilities for non-motorized transport. Non-motorized transport means cycling and walking. We are providing walkways, pathways, no vehicle zones where you can park your vehicles in the parking area or the outside that particular area, and you can enjoy walking while shopping. Such kind of walking plazas are made in on MG Road also in Pune. Many times it happens that due to more vehicles, we are unable to move in the city areas and in the commercial or shopping areas. So in that particular area, the vehicles are not allowed to move in a particular time or particularly in the evening or during shopping time. So all these outcomes are valued by citizens, particularly women. Indicators and standards have been prescribed by the Ministry of Urban Development in the form of service level benchmarks. So thrust areas of this scheme are mentioned here. Coverage, which cities are preferred? All cities and towns with population of over 1 lakh with notified municipalities including cantonment boards. Cantonment boards म्हणजे काय असतं? लाईक पुणे कॅन्टोन्मेंट बोर्ड, देहू, खडकी, मिलिटरी एरिया जिथं पहिल्यांदा जास्त प्रमाणामध्ये होते, these areas were managed by the military, and so separate cantonment boards are there. Likewise, our municipal corporation or municipal council. All capital cities, towns, states of union territories not covered in 2.1.1. So याच्यामध्ये जे आलेले नाहीत ते इथे येऊ शकतात. They have mentioned which cities they are considering. Mission components, water supply. You see, water supply is very much important aspects. With rise in population, demand of drinking water is also increasing in the urban areas. Sewerage system, proportionately sewerage system network is to be established. Septage, sludge management, sewerage, we can say in terms of wastewater generated from the kitchens, but septage we can consider the waste generated from the toilets. Transportation treatment, cost effective manner, mechanical biological cleaning of sewers, septic tanks and recovery of operational cost in full. Stormwater drainage also is important aspect considering the urban flooding issue. Construction and improvement of drains and stormwater drains in order to eliminate flooding. Urban transport, as we discussed many times, urban transportation act as a fan in our body. So our city is like a living organism or a human body, and we have to improve or maintain our health in a proper manner so that our body will function like a healthy person. Green space, parks, capacity building, fund allocation. So on their website, you can see updates for which cities they have provided funds, what is the status of this scheme, how some cities has helped to raise this infrastructure in their respective cities. So you can refer this PDF as well as their website. Monitoring, audit, the formats are given for application and evaluation. Okay. This was student number 6. Now we will see student number 7. We have seen special townships. You can see some of the videos related to special townships also. These students of 2013 batch has visited Magarpatta city, as well as afterwards next 15 batch also visited Magarpatta city along with me. This batch has visited Blue Ridge Township also in Hinswadi. Blue Ridge SEZ. We will see what is SEZ in our next topic. More than 20, 30-story buildings were there. A good quality construction of townships. You can see the lawn maintained or open space maintained in this area. So remaining part, that is SEZ, CRZ, and applications of GI, GPS, remote sensing, we will cover it in our next session in the afternoon, as well as 1 or 2 sessions in the next in this week. We can say tomorrow. I think tomorrow is holiday, or day after tomorrow, and we'll conclude our syllabus for our this semester. So if you have any doubt related to our syllabus, any questions, let me know. We can take revision of some of the concepts also if you require. But I think we have covered almost all the topics. Then last one is Maharera. So you have to download details of 2 projects from this Maharera website, and you have to describe in a short these projects as a your fifth question. Okay. I had shown you one experiment or one project from their website. Experiment number 8, learning Maharera. You can refer their websites for latest updates. Okay, so I have uploaded all the experiments 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you can complete your entire submission. I will provide you index also. So you have to add your complete submission under this link in a single PDF file. बोला सर काय म्हणते सर वेट फॉर 2 minutes. प्रॅक्टिकल बोला काय थोडं काम असलं बोला काय नाही आत्ताच नाही मी सांगतो आपण कॉलेज करणार आहे का बाहेर का बाहेरच्या बाहेर चालतं मी बोलतो मला लिंक आहे माझ्याकडे okay you have to add name and page number on each page before scanning. Scan complete file as a single PDF and upload here for evaluation before 29 of October. Okay. Many students do mistake they upload in the stream portion. What is stream and what is classwork? They do not know actually. So you have to open your Google Classroom and upload it at this place only, in this link, term work. Here you will be having option to upload your submission. So this is now assigned to you. If you upload your file, it will show turn in 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And this will show the remaining students, those who have not uploaded. And I will evaluate it and return it to you in online mode only. So you have to scan all these file, your experiments, write-ups, and upload it in a single PDF file. If anyone have any difficulty, let me know. I hope everyone is on the Google Classroom and getting all the updates. Here, stream section is there. Some students upload their submission here in the stream section. It is not getting evaluated or counted. You have to upload it in the classwork under your assigned work, term work, complete submission in single PDF file. Okay. Upload complete submission in a single PDF file. So this is about our submission part. If anyone has any difficulty, please let me know so that we can go ahead with respect to our remaining theory part, CRZ, SEZ. Extra videos links for unit number 5. Similarly, we will post extra videos link for unit number 6. Special townships, SEZ, CRZ, Smart City, Amrut guidelines, and application of remote sensing and GIS, GPS. It's a easy and important part. interesting part that you are studying all these concepts in your graduation, because there are a lot of opportunities in town planning department considering increasing number of posts in the town planning department, considering urbanization and requirement of planners in the development process. As we are developing nation, there is continuous addition of infrastructural facilities in our urban areas. So I had posted some of the links here related to smart city. I will upload it in the Google Classroom also. Smart city, and another one is Atal Mission, Amrut guidelines. Smart city mission. A lot of information is available on online resources or in online resources. You have to utilize your time to understand all these things, because everything in a compiled form at one place is not possible, and there is no limit for your study. So there are various platforms which you should try for your understanding these town planning concepts. Atal, as we discuss, is providing funds for infrastructure development. There is one another scheme in name of Atal FDP, that is through AICTE for training program. But we are concerned about, सॉरी अटल सर्च केलं मी है ना, अमृत गाईडलाईन सर्च करायचं होतं. त्याच्यामध्ये ए फॉर अटल, अमृत गाईडलाईन्स. If we learn or read all these PDFs or websites, you will get thoroughly prepared for our syllabus. स्पेशल टाउनशिप आपण पाहिलेला आहे. SEZ, CRZ, I will cover. Smart city we have seen, Amrut guidelines we have seen. The remaining part is only SEZ, CRZ and applications of GIS, GPS in remote sensing in planning. That we will see step by step. So we know we do have development control rules in our urban areas, in municipal council areas, to have plan development or to have, we can say, control on the development. Similarly, if the area is coastal, like Ratnagiri, Mumbai, then there are some little different rules. And this is nothing but coastal regulation zone, CRZ, or CRZ MP, that is Coastal Regulation Zone Management Plan, EIA. You must have heard about mangroves, खारफुटीचे जंगल असतात. So accordingly, they have classified the coastal area into different zones like zone 1, 2, 3, and accordingly they have provided development control rules. How much area should be reserved for the mangroves from the coastal area where water is or the flood line is there or the waves, ocean waves are coming, high tide, low tide. You must have heard about high tide, low tide. मुरुड जंजिराला गेला असाल तर तुम्ही पाहिला असेल की भरती ओहोटी पाहून आपल्याला किल्ल्यावरती जावं लागतं. So accordingly, you will see that in a particular place, in high tide time, water level will get rise, and in the low tide, water will go away from the coastal area. So accordingly, you have to manage or balance or reserve that particular land for all these eco-sensitive activities or as a part of ecosystem. So that is covered in this CRZ Act, we can say, notification, or Government of India, Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change have come up with these regulations considering the importance of this particular aspect. So earlier they have just thought of providing some rules and regulation, but afterwards they came up with strong recommendations and mandatory guidelines so that there will be less impact on the environment or coastal environment. You can see coastal environment is little different from our semi-arid region. Semi-arid region म्हणजे जिथं कोस्टल एरिया नाहीये, लाईक पुणे, बारामती, आपल्याला कुठेही इथे कोस्टल एरिया नाहीये किंवा समुद्र नाहीये आपल्याला जवळ, बरोबर आहे. सो आवर रूल्स आर लिटल डिफरंट फ्रॉम दी कोस्टल एरियाज. तुम्ही जर गेला रत्नागिरीला फिरायला गेला किंवा खाली इकडे कोस्टल एरिया जो आहे आपला, तो जर तुम्ही पाहायला गेला, तुमच्या लक्षात येईल की ओव्हरऑल जी काही इकॉनॉमी आहे, that is dependent or more connected with the sea or ocean. आपल्याकडे तर ओशन नाही, बरोबर आहे, त्यामुळे तुम्हाला काही जाणवणार नाही, माहित नाही. those who have visited these coastal areas, हरिहरेश्वर, श्रीवर्धन, दिवेआगार, then दापोली, मुरुड, this is Padmadurg. You can see, or it is not easier to imagine what will be the or what is the condition of transportation in these areas. So you see that these areas are separated by many creeks due to coastal area, and you will find uh, many beaches are there. This is Divyagar beach, and economy of this area is dependent on the tourism facilities also. So to conserve this is Kashid beach ecosystem as well as tourism potential. We have to follow some guidelines. Otherwise, what will happen? People are ready to construct houses on the beach also. लोकांना बीचवरच राहायला आवडेल. एका साईडला समुद्र आहे, एका साईडला आपलं घर आहे, असं बऱ्याच जणांना आवडेल. But it will pollute the environment and ecosystem will get disturbed. So we have to maintain some of the rules and regulation. Otherwise, you will find that on the line of Mumbai, here you will find a lot of sewage is discharged into the sea. The solid waste is disposed of into the sea, and there is a lot of pollution, water pollution, and you will not get clear water. You will not find clear water also in the coastal areas of the Mumbai. But as we go towards Konkan or Goa, you will find that there is clear water and many dependent activities, financial or economic activities are going on in the coastal areas. So with respect to all these eco-sensitive nature, Environment of Forest, Ministry of Environment and Forest always take objection on the development, and with some conditions only they provide NOC, or by preparation of EIA, that is Environmental Impact Assessment Report, they provide permissions on some certain conditions for conservation of that particular coastal area. You can see this is a Mandwa jetty. From this jetty, you can travel to Mumbai towards Gateway of India also. There is not much distance between Gateway of India and this Mandwa jetty. Okay. So here also you can see these creeks are crossed by using many boats also or ships. You can add your vehicles in the ship and you can cross this creek. Otherwise, you have to travel more distance by road to come on the other side of this creek, because these creeks are spread over the larger areas and there are no that much bridges to cross these creeks. So even you must have seen salt pans. Salt pan, माहिती आहे कोणाला? What is salt pan? If anyone is aware of salt pan, मिठागरे, मीठ कसं तयार होतं माहिती आहे का? समुद्रातलं जे खारं पाणी आहे ते असं खाडीच्या भागामध्ये किंवा ड्युरिंग हाय टाईड असं बाहेर घेतलं जातं, म्हणजे आपल्या लँडवरती, आणि त्यातलं पाणी परत उन्हाने कमी होत जातं आणि त्यातलं जो क्षारपणा आहे किंवा त्यातलं जे साल्ट आहे ते खाली राहतं आणि त्याच्यावरून मग आपल्याला पुढे मीठ मिळतं गोळा करून. तुम्ही जर प्रोसेस सर्च करू शकता, हाऊ दी our NaCl, sodium chloride, or the salt we take in our food or important for our taste is manufactured. Okay. So by notification of Government of India in the Ministry of Environment and Forests in 2011, coastal regulation zone notification, the central government declared certain coastal stretches as coastal regulation zone as CRZ under Section 3 of Environmental Protection Act 1986. So Ministry of Environment and Forest Climate Change has received representations from various coastal states, union territories, besides other stakeholders regarding certain provisions in coastal regulation zone notification related to management and conservation of marine and coastal ecosystems, development in coastal areas, ecotourism, livelihood options, sustainable development of coastal communities. So we have to decide our policy how we can go ahead with the development considering the eco-sensitivity or sustainable development of that particular area. म्हणजे कोकणाचा विकास झाला पाहिजे हे मान्य आहे, परंतु त्याचबरोबर वी हॅव टू कॉन्झर्व द इकोसिस्टीम. म्हणजे पूर्ण ओरबाडून एकाच वर्षात 10 वर्षामध्ये पूर्ण निसर्ग संपवायचा नाही आपल्याला. सस्टेनेबल म्हणजेच काय करायचं आहे की वी हॅव टू कॉन्झर्व इट फॉर आवर नेक्स्ट जनरेशन्स. आवर फ्युचर जनरेशन शुड एबल टू सी दी coastal area, the serenity of the beaches, or we can say गुड क्वालिटी ऑफ द लिव्हिंग स्टँडर्ड इन दी कोस्टल एरियाज. जे आता आपण म्हणतो ग्रामीण भागामध्ये काही प्रमाणामध्ये निसर्ग किंवा या गोष्टी सगळ्या आपल्याला पाहायला मिळतात, ते रिटेन व्हायला पाहिजे फॉर फ्युचर जनरेशन्स. ओके. सो स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंट्स अँड युनियन टेरिटरी. युनियन टेरिटरी म्हणजे माहित असेल तुम्हाला, स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंट आपल्याकडे स्टेट्स आहेत काही, किती आहेत आपल्या इंडियामध्ये स्टेट्स बघा आता किती असतील. लेटेस्ट आय थिंक वॉज चेंज इन JK, लडाख अँड जम्मू काश्मीर. त्या पद्धतीने काही युनियन टेरिटरीज असतात, त्यांना स्पेशली केंद्रशासित प्रदेश म्हणतो आपण, किंवा त्यांना स्टेटचा दर्जा नसतो. दमन दीव आहे, पॉंडिचेरी आहे, त्याचबरोबर दिल्ली आहे. दिल्ली अजून स्टेट झालेलं नाही आय थिंक. ओके. So Union Territory administrations and stakeholders have requested the Ministry of Environment and Forest to address the concerns related to coastal environment and sustainable development with respect to coastal regulation zone notification. So government has given already a notification in 2011. Now they are updating some of the clauses as per the requirement. So Ministry of Environment and Forest has constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Shailesh Nayak to examine various issues and concerns of the coastal states and union territories and various stakeholders relating to coastal regulation zone notification 2011 and recommend appropriate changes in the notification. Okay. So draft coastal regulation zone notification 18 was issued and hosted in the website of Ministry of Environment and Forest in 2018. So objection suggestion received in response to the above mentioned draft coastal regulation zone have been duly considered by the central government. So therefore, in exercise of powers conferred by the section. I will upload this PDF for your information. So therefore, in exercise of the powers conferred by the subsection, okay, you can see the clauses. Central government with a view to conserve and protect the unique environment of coastal stretches and marine areas, besides livelihood security to the fisher communities. फिशिंग त्या भागामध्ये खूप चालतं, बरोबर आहे, and other local communities in the coastal areas, and to promote sustainable development based on scientific principles, taking into account the dangers of natural hazards. बऱ्याच वेळा पाहिलं असेल तुम्ही, सुनामी येते किंवा काही कोस्टल एरियामध्ये इरोजन होतं, बरोबर आहे. So we have to take into account all these natural calamities also. Sea level rise due to global warming do hereby declares the coastal stretches of the country and the water area up to its territorial water limit. समुद्रामध्ये आपल्या देशाची हद्द काही ठराविक नॉटिकल मैल्स पर्यंत असते. नॉटिकल मैल is the unit referred or used to measure distances into ocean, excluding the islands of Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep and the marine areas surrounding these islands as coastal regulation zone as under. So you can see these provisions in detail. Classification of CRZ as CRZ1. Under that A, B, then CRZ2, CRZ3, CRZ3A, CRZ3B, CRZ4, 4A, 4B. Areas requiring for special consideration in CRZ. Prohibited activities within CRZ. Regulations of permissible activities in CRZ, CRZ1. Permissible activities in CRZ1B, CRZ2, CRZ3, in DZ, no development zone. So requirement of clearance from Department of Atomic Energy Installations. Coastal Zone Management Plan, CZMP, Coastal Zone Management Plan. So some area or coastal area is also falling under municipal limits of Greater Mumbai. So Greater Mumbai may have some different provisions under this act, considering its urbanization. Mangroves, coral reefs, is a part of ecosystem. You can see it as a video also.
TV? OnePlus. Okay, Google, play the Tomorrow War. Coral reefs. Their bright, vivid colors can be seen in tropical ocean waters around the globe. Beyond their brilliant appearance lies a hidden significance. Coral are animals. Though they may look like colorful plants, coral are in fact made up of tiny animals called polyps. These invertebrates can range from the size of a pinhead to a bit larger than a basketball. Each polyp consists of a soft, sac-like body topped by a mouth covered in stinging tentacles. To protect their soft shell over hundreds, thousands of years ago. As coral grow, their limestone skeletons millions of years. Scientists can study these layers to reveal what the Earth's climate may have been like in the ancient past. Unfortunately, climate change is putting coral's future in danger, along with the millions of species that inhabit the reefs and the half-billion people that rely on reef fish for food. Warming waters result in prolonged coral bleaching that kill coral reefs or leave them vulnerable to other threats. Without significant action on climate change, our oceans could lose many of their colorful reefs by the end of the century.
पानी कहाँ से आता है?
दरिया से पानी
कितना दिन लगता है?
8 दिन 10 दिन लगेगा। ज़्यादा दिन पर पड़ेगा तो ज़्यादा होता है।
अच्छा, तो ऐसा होता है।
हाँ,
ओके, मतलब ज़्यादा नमक होगा तो ज़्यादा ऐसा झाग आता है।
हमें लोग तो निम्मत का हो ही नहीं।
Aquí en una época se trabajaba de sol a sol. Era una industria en esos años potente. Entonces, el sistema de las salinas el cambio de mantenimiento y de tradición no se puede cambiar mucho. Hoy hay máquinas,
para cargar en el salero. Lo demás hay que recoger la mano como los años 60 o más atrás, con su rastrillo y la pala y la carretilla. Siempre cuando tiene futuro, que murió con la ilusión del...
Similarly, you can search for mangroves because we may not be aware of all these elements in our system as we are away from all these systems. Mangroves protects the coastal areas from the erosion also.
Of South India in the form of tsunami. Nearly 7,000 people lost their lives. The coasts were battered and ravaged beyond recognition by the surging sea. Yet, as the waves carved into the coasts of Tamil Nadu, Pichavaram, a stretch near Chidambaram, miraculously held against the rising seas and survived the cataclysm. This virgin coast, undisturbed by man, was guarded by a unique ecosystem which helped diffuse the rage of the seas, the mangroves. Mangroves are clusters of diverse trees and shrubs that grow in tidal coasts. This tangle of groves, which are salt tolerant, stabilize the coastline, reduce erosion from storm surges, currents, waves, and tides. The intricate root system of mangroves is home to a multitude of organisms. Sadly, more than half of the world's mangrove forests have been destroyed.
Okay, you can see these parts of ecosystem as mangroves, salt pans, and we will see a remaining part of this particular topic, CRZ, in our next session. And also we will cover SEZ, Special Economic Zones in India.